Okay, once you've logged in with your college email and the password that's been emailed to you after you've registered, it'll bring you to this page. So often when you start in a hotel, you'll be just taking queries for availability and also how much things are or how much rooms are. So when we're doing availability, we can look at the calendar in the system and it will show us how many rooms are available. So today, for example, is the 11th of March and there are 100 rooms in the 120 room hotel. So that means we've sold 20 rooms already and we've got 100 left to sell. If we hover over 100, it'll show us the different types of rooms that are available, which is helpful. So if you just have have a look at the fourth column, DBLE, the total rooms, double rooms that are available in the hotel are 41 and available left to sell is 31. So we've sold 10. So you can see how that works. So that will really help. We also can go into a new reservation and a rate query. And let's say this person is saying they would like to find out if we have availability and how much it is for the 15th to the 18th. So they want to come for Paddy's weekend for 3 nights and it's 2 adults. And before we do anything else, we're going to search and see if we have availability. And yes, there are available rooms. This is another way of seeing on a specific date, and it will give us the different types of room rates we can charge. So remember, that's best available room, best available rate, room only, best available rate bed and breakfast, and best available rate dinner bed and breakfast. So this person, for example, would like to have a double room and they want dinner included every night. So it's 160 per night. So these rates are per night. And we say, okay. Now, we also want to find out if they've stayed with us before. So let's type in their name and see if they have stayed with us before. Mrs. Walsh. So let's search. We have a Joe Walsh and a Carol Walsh or a Carol email. And if it was them, then we can click and say OK, and helpfully all their information will be in the system. If we click on profile, it brings us into Joe Walsh's information that we had previously taken. And then here is where we can make any updates or changes, and we can verify their information that we have in the system. This is very helpful. Any changes that we've done, we can press update and it brings us back to booking him into our calendar. Just go back into profile for you I want to show you the email, Carol Tropy, their learner. So if I just change this to julianne.hickey at libertiescollege.cdbetb.ie, this confirmation of this booking will go to my email. So I just wanted to change it for that reason. Just often when you are taking a booking, you will be asked to enter credit card details. And if you've never done this before or owned a credit card, this is what they look like. They're usually 4 sets of 4 numbers, and there's an expiry date and a valid from date on every credit card. We are interested in the 16 numbers and this expiry date. We're also interested on the back of the card for their CVV number, which you can see here is 182. So the last 3 digits on the back of the signature strip is the CVV number. Here's where we stick it in. Okay, so we're going to email the confirmation of our booking. We have him placed on the ground floor. Here is where we might write things in like booking is a special occasion, or you could say guest prefers to be in a room away from a lift, or guest prefers to be on a ground floor room. Any remarks that could be helpful for hotel staff to assign a room. So here is where the rates are summarized, and then we can save the reservation. And once that's saved, it's going to give us a confirmation number. And also we will get an email sent to our email with information on the reservation. So it's very similar to what the guest would receive. So there's also a script available for those of you that would like to practice with somebody. It's a very good example of how to speak professionally to a guest and how to take a reservation. So it literally spells it out line by line of how you can take a reservation. So that's quite helpful. So here is an example of a hotel reservation confirmation that was sent by email. So it just lists everything that you took over the phone with her. So helpful stuff like time for checkout, time for check-in, cancellation policy, and then information about taking payment on arrival. And then pleasantries. Thank you for choosing Roach International Hotel. So there's an example of taking a reservation. I hope that helps.